So as you may know, there's been some price drops lately. The 360 Elite has come down to $300, and the Slim PS3 that was just released is $300, as well as all other PS3s have had price drops down to $300. So what I think is going to define this year is software, because bottom line, 360 doesn't have a lot going for it this year as far as software. They've had a great run, but they're starting to, become a little dry when it comes to the software factor. The PS3 is finally starting to pull out a lot of good software this year, and I think the PS3 could pull ahead because they got God of War 3, they got Heavy Rain, they got what else? Gran Turismo 5. I mean, that's 3 games. I didn't even really pay much attention to the PS3 as far as their games go, because I don't have one, and I get sick of being disappointed because I don't have one and I want to play their games. But really, the biggest factor on top of games is the price. I mean, there's a ton of people that have wanted a PS3, but that since the economy is so crappy, and a lot of people are content with their PC and content with their Xbox 360, but kind of wanted a PS3, but the price was too high for them. Now it's come down, and they have a smaller PS3 that won't hog up their whole entertainment system or their whole desk or whatever. So now is a great time to get a PS3. Now or September, because they have the slim one coming out then. And I think that because of Blu-ray, HDTV sales are going to be going up, because you can own a 360 and not having a HDTV is less of a deal than owning a PS3 and not having a HDTV, because they're the Blu-ray movies and everything. But as for the Wii goes, they're going to be in a bit of trouble because they don't have a whole lot of software coming, and most people that own a Wii, most people already have a Wii, and I think the moment that we started seeing Wiis on the shelves regularly, the moment they stopped becoming a novelty, sales have been declining. Like before, you couldn't get a Wii unless you were on a waiting list, and that's when people were just getting them left and right. They were like the sought-after, mysterious fun machine, for non-gamers, really. And I think now is the time. If you're sick of your Wii and you don't really play that many games, get a 360 or get a PS3. I think 360 would be a better step for those who own a Wii, because 360 has a little bit more casual perks for it versus a PS3, because they got Netflix and they got a lot of Xbox Live Arcade games, that are great for people that aren't into hardcore games, and you could keep inching closer and closer into getting into hardcore games. You don't need to jump straight into a game like Splinter Cell or straight into a game like Rainbow Six Vegas. That would maybe make you a little overwhelmed, but or you could get a PS3. I don't care. I'm not making a console war out of this. Anyway, Wii sales have barely beat the 360 as of recently, and that's saying a lot for Nintendo, because they have always been crushing the competition, and they need some serious games now. I mean, I think the whole casual thing for the Wii is starting to lose its shine. I think casual gaming is starting to get a little old, so they need to definitely step up their game. And the defining factor, like I said, this year is software. Since we're in the generation, which is awesome, because both systems are very similar, so we don't have a dramatic difference in graphics between both systems, and they're not going to produce games for a dumbed down system like last gen. They were producing games for the PS2, and so if you got a port of that game on the Xbox, it didn't look much better. It still kind of looked like crap. And then you look at the great looking games for 360, like Splinter Cell, Chaos Theory. For the original Xbox, Splinter Cell, Chaos Theory, Halo, Halo 2, Ninja Gaiden. Those games looked way better, And Ninja Gaiden didn't even look great for an Xbox game, but it looked dramatically better than most PS2 games. So my point is we have identical systems graphically, for the most part. People say different things. I think it comes down to developers. I don't think PS3 is majorly graphically superior, if at all, because it comes down to developers cracking down on a system and developing for that system and doing the best they can. I don't think it has to do with the system. You can disagree with me all you want, but with maybe a couple exceptions, I have yet to see proof of PS3's super advanced technology. So, anyway, point is, I love having identical systems. I love the great lineup of software we've had this generation. I think, I'm curious what's going to happen with online, because someone's going to crack down. Either Xbox 360 is going to start offering for free, probably never going to happen, or Sony is going to start charging for their online service. And they've been doing pretty good for free. I mean, I still think Xbox Live is better because you get what you pay for. Doesn't disagree. You need to use both before they argue, because I've used both. Even though I don't have a PS3, I've used other people's PS3s, my friends' PS3s, and I'm not really a fan of their online service, like I am with 360. Bottom line, they're catching up fast, and someone's going to either not charge or someone's going to start charging. I think PS3, Sony, they're going to start charging soon enough. And $50 a year for Xbox Live is not that much. For all the stuff you get, it's less than the price of a game for 1 year. It's like $3 or something bucks a month if you break it down. I wish they would charge monthly so you didn't have to plop down so much money all at once. But whatever. Anyway, that's just my thoughts about this whole price drop and how it's going to affect this current, this current time, this holiday, the upcoming year. I think PS3 could definitely pull ahead because there are tons of people that have been holding out. And now that they have a price drop, and now that they have a great lineup of games coming, after a lot of people have been waiting, I mean, they trickle through 1 or 2 awesome games every now and again, but the wait is too much for people, and the price was too much for people. Now, the price is right, they got games, it's time to get a PS3. Anyway, that's just my long, rambling rant. Sorry if I went too long. I'm a little distracted today.